burning people. I might just turn this algorithm into a series. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I think I might have lost, what, 1 game since I started doing this title.
The NFL is on EA Sports Center in Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium.
I think when they mix it up, start giving me different
short
things.
time ago,
Far
this
so
crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Darren Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Tackle.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. The Lance now to throw. Nowhere to go. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Past the 20. That he's in.
Just like that, folks.
It's a full return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it,
start the game off with a defensive play.
For the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. They'll try and run with Drake. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Tackle.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Mostert. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lance looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance.
The
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And he's out of there. Defense, baby. Defense. Usually when I see split backs, man, I do play man coverage versus split backs. You play zone and they just kind of hit you with them flood routes and stuff out the backfield. You're just going to get dotted up. So I'll just play man, make sure the running backs don't have anywhere to go to the outside. And I'll play that mid-read, try to take anything away I see developing. Play a cover 1 there. Probably could play the cover 2, put both safeties in curl flats if you wanted to go to the sideline maybe. Or just put the flood side in a curl flat, since I was user in the middle anyway. Sometimes you set them up, really. Like, you just come out and just match up your personnel. See what they like. Just don't give up big plays early. You know, just kind of keep everything underneath, short, quick. See where they start like going to. You know, sometimes people just try to come out and get the big plays. You know, and if you play my defense, they're not going to get that. Okay, so I don't mind giving them the short underneath. Make them earn their drive. Make them work for it. Don't get anything easy. But don't be too pushed back where they, you know, obviously they're just going to dot you up. Don't do that unless it's a necessity.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
What a sack.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 17, Fields.
Here's a diving
catch right side.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
Yes.
Darnell Mooney. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0.
I'll be alright playing cover 1 versus that. I can make adjustments.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just stopped out there and he's got this 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Oh, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Carr going to throw.
Wow.
Hold on through the contact.
1-8.
Up 2nd down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook
Carr.
up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down.
Carr throwing ducks, guys.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
Shit,
Catch is
Renfrow.
made by Renfrow. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say it punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that'll be
Thank you.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to run really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Drake.
Good shit.
Touchdown Raiders.
Get out of that 3-4 eye, bro. My eye form's better than yours. You 3-4.
Down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he'll get it.
Play.
And they take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 74
Got the ad now.
yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments. But they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Pressure 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. They'll roll him out right.
Oh my, EA.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. 20. And they will score. Pick 6. Bears touchdown.
Body clipping. Look at that. Ball literally goes right through his hand. I hate when I'm right.
Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be called.
Bro, he's on the white line.
And that extends their lead by 2 more.
All right. And then they rub it in 1 foot. Come on now. I get bullet ass. I need to score.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack.
All right, you cut back in, bro. Just take the hold.
Just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On first down, Drake. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. On first down, it's Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the give, this is Drake. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and a yard. Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the
Play.
backfield. Complete. Touchdown. Kenyon Drake. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Carr will look to throw.
Carr.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble.
Yeah, but it didn't finish it, man. Like a 1 and 2.
Right? Because as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. A final shot before the break. Fields escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Yeah, I know.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty
I
more
got ball
to
at
see
half.
after the break. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A short kick taken at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a first down throw. Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. They'll contain him to just
It's not a fumble.
2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back.
Pick it. There we go.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Decline that.
It's Desmond Trufant. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr.
Good
The ball
incompletion.
comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to work downfield, he stand in the pocket. I just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Carr. From left side, taken in by Renfrow. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
I didn't let me use her.
Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm a college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago.
That was my fault.
Tariq Cohen, 55 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. See a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking downfield for Jones.
Which is a...
And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Raiders. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll try and run with Drake, and he'll get in.
Shit.
As they're back within his score now, the lead's down to 7. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Carr. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Throw left side, complete to
That's BS.
Touchdown Bears.
Holding, but they don't throw flags in this game.
And the Bears will extend their lead. They have the
Should have been an illegal man downfield too.
in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have the lead late, don't just tuck in and try to ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to what we said with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Now he's forced out right. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just...
Good toughness, Carr.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson's got it over the middle. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Carr. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack.
Y'all gotta break open, guys.
A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. To throw, Mariota.
Good shit, Mariota.
Now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
I tried, fellas. It's not over yet, but
Here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
gotta get to that flat, man.
I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
nah, I got robbed on a few plays, man. I'm gonna let you have it, man. Ain't nothing I can do. I don't just sit there and let someone score 3 points to end the game. It's already over. Should have won that. That glitchy ass. Like, I don't know. Like, I had the hitch route and I threw it and the ball went through my receiver's hands, like literally. Hopefully, future Maddens, they fix the body clipping and shit like that. But other than that, you know, I did what I could. Not bad, being that I was behind 2 scores the whole game anyway, and got it within 6 points. So that first possession, though, that killed me probably. That kick got through. Trying to throw it to Zay on the double post, and I couldn't use her. I was too too excited and I was on the R1 and I lost my user control by doing that. Should have waited. So I beat myself really. And then that turnover that I got, I should have scored off that drive.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here electric.
Getting some mixed teams.
Home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. And off we go from Las Vegas. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will bring him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Yeah, it'd be like the stupid stuff.
Chubb with a first down carry. He'll get about 3 out of it and make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Yes, sir.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ain't no telling, bro. I'll tell you, they hate the Raiders, bro. If Carr was on another team, he'd have like 95 throw power. Shit, you not.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's and he's got the first.
See, how do you give me on a reach for it when I'm like, he has no momentum?
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the other just had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Try to play man when they get close like that a little bit.
They go play action. Mayfield.
Good shit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
The man just came in unblocked.
To throw, Mayfield.
Good deep.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up
by
Trayvon Mullen.
Let's go, Mullins. Good block. Let's go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Took a risk by having no deep zone. I just had a soft squat and a vert hook to defend that. Took a chance. Decided to send both safeties. See if I can get a pressure hit.
That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
See, some of the stuff I know is not necessarily in my defensive evil because it just be adjustments, you know. It's like you kind of think, you know, you're playing chess, not checkers, right? You're trying to get, you know, predict what your opponent's going to do. So sometimes I might send both safeties and just have like the birds and the clouds on the field and then take that chance, you know? Because I know you're not going to be able to throw it deep versus a blitz anyway.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with
way to set the edge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
I'll give him that.
Now a nice throw here.
Good hit, Abel.
He hauls it in.
He's a
And they've
tight
got it
end.
well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First down, Mayfield.
Got him. Good user.
One that's intercepted.
That's in my defensive Evo too. User that guy right there. Come on, Zach. Hey, what's up, buddy?
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How
Hello?
about the defender turning into an offensive
Nothing much. Just streaming right now. What you doing?
He goes off to the races and into the end zone.
Now the offense going to use the first
I'm trying to slowly work on my defensive ebook a little bit, man. I've added a couple plays to it. Yeah. Most def. But kicking the Browns' ass right now, 14-0. Yeah. All right. Yes, sir. Oh, I tripped up. All right. I'll catch you later. Damn, I fucked up, man. Phone call. It's fine. We'll be all right. But like I said, that play was in my defensive ebook. You have to start using those slot corners. Even if they're a blitz, you're not necessarily going to blitz with them. You just kind of sit and spy and wait for the running back out the backfield. If he doesn't come, you might want to go help bracket onto a receiver that might be a crosser, or you know, something that might be otherwise just kind of annoying you that you feel like you can't stop. You have more user control. What's up, Javi? You have more user control with those slot corners than you would with a linebacker or a safety.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
See, Yanni.
First, do no harm.
Man, got 5 rushes, 8 yards.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a Dr. Bell, but thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Stay in this.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Just set that edge, babe. Keep everything short.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb.
McCoy, gotta get that.
He's got the first
Way to wrap him up.
there as he takes it just across midfield.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back to the deuces.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being
tackles.
brought down. Second and right.
I don't mind if he scores. I just don't want him to score
When you get good
fast.
yards like that on first down,
Much time I got.
it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing
Got a
those
whole
runs.
quarter.
At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
He can eat clock for me because I know I can score fast.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Mayfield off the play fake.
Good blitz.
They
said right.
It's the veteran KJ Wright, the disruptive force. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Our guy. Stay with him. Quarters defense versus the spread. Take the post with the quarter.
Thus, the incompletion.
Same adjustments, like all my dime adjustments are the same exact.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
So same thing.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Oh, trying to throw it into double coverage.
They turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
I might have something here.
Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Right side caught by Jackson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline.
Bro, Rashard, you gotta hang on to that, bro.
But it certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play.
Yeah, but not if I
come up with something here on 3rd down.
doing that.
Fake the handoff. Now Carr. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh my. Carr, you gotta fit it, my man.
Took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can
How to fit it, my dude.
makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get something here. I'm gonna look at it and see. You might have the punt.
Big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh.
It's caught.
15 more.
25.
What?
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man.
That literally, he hit my quarterback, bro. See, they just be throwing shit on me, man. Like, that's ridiculous. That was a late hit on the quarterback, and he want to throw offensive PI. Like, what the fuck? It's fine. We got defense.
Down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
That's a bad kick. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nah! It fucking bounced.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Yeah. But, you know, shit happen. I'll be looking one way and then one thing into the next, right?
The Browns drive about to get started.
Right, so that's how it's gonna be right there. Say I like the safety on the running back.
But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
Good hit, Merrick. That's the only difference between palms and quarters. I swap up the mid-read assignment.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense
Trey Y.
can do. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. He'll buy some time right. Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure.
Look at that, right into it. Love that palms coverage, bro. That man 1 for 6.
They continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their
Get those
lanes,
brackets where you need them.
and communicating well too.
After the incomplete pass here now is
Same thing, just like quarters, we just want to make sure the safety's watching that running back. If the running back doesn't go deep, then we go and break off and take the crosser. That's the assignment when you're playing your quarters pawns. And safeties still have to be able to watch the number 3, which is the running back. You want to play your read side to the 3 side. That's why I be in the right position sometimes, you know. So the 3 side, we're reading 82 to 80.
Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Take the deeper of the 2. Boom! That's why my safeties always be in the right position when I play my match coverage. Always play your assignment.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to.
Well, I don't worry. My offense fucks up sometimes. It happens, right? I know my defense can now carry me.
Maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try to get him back on track.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Carr, a handoff here to Jordan.
Come on. How much time I got?
This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On play action, it's Carr.
Good user. Good playmaker.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
And your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Good play. This is a nice pass.
Conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying post goes. They attempted him after all 3 touchdowns, seeding and converted down 2.
Yeah, as long as I keep, you know, he doesn't know how to read coverages. And I'm not letting the AI control my match coverage because you have to play that safety for it to play like it's supposed to in real life. There's so many ways you can run the match coverage. It's based off of what you're reading. That's the beauty about it. You just got to know when to call it.
The Browns drive about to get started as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception.
Oh, right to Sally.
He's got got some breathing room.
The big man. The big man. We get Carlson involved.
Big mistake there, late interception this first half.
I seen the screen and he seen me biting on that screen. Well, it's not that. It's because you have multiple reads in match coverage. It's pattern matching based off of the routes. If you let the AI control it, they're doing a two read. They're always doing a two read, and sometimes you need that quarter or palm safety to do a three read. You know, because they might do like two under routes in a post or something like that, and you got to be able to read all three of them. Sometimes they do that two read. They might read the two shallows or the out route or something, and they'll bite under. And then they'll have a post route just clear over the top, you know, and sometimes it feels like those safeties are playing a little shorter than they should. But when you user it, you cancel that AI factor out, you know, and you can play it the correct way, and then everything should be covered. Ooh, with the jukes, with the break tackle, and he out of there, bro. He tapping out. With 11.1 completion rating, bro. That defense is surreal. He's not gonna stay and try to improve. He wanna get out of there. See, if I were losing like that, like I'd at least try to see if I can make a drive work before I, you know, would concede. That's how you get better, man. Losing makes you better. Well, you could do that, but then you don't want the AI being too perfect, right? It is a video game, and they're not going to get no sales if the defense is, like, perfect. You know, they're going to have their, you know, offense sells tickets. You know, remember that type thing. The rest of it is for your user to know where you're supposed to be.
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position.
I love match coverage. I love how it works. I love how the designs work. It's combination patterns.
That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To throw, it's Carr.
Carr.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go.
That's really all my points were off defense. Carr has like literally nothing. It's all defensive points. That's wild. We'll see.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw.
Good shit, Zay. Boy, Zay been clutch for me, man. Remember, Zay's going to be replaced with Devontae next year, so I'm going to have that. The way I'm using Zay, Devontae's going to be getting those routes next year.
You can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, Carr.
Tough security.
Too tough to hold on to that one.
What I want.
That's an excellent
It's not acting like I need it to.
That one close quickly and avoids the incompletion.
Now Carr again. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25.
That was a risky low ball.
But not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr.
Who got him?
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And all the way to the 2-yard
It's good, Will.
line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Worked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give a little extra for the effort, but it's...
Good shit.
Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown down of the afternoon. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw.
Got him.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the
You gotta be waiting for that man, like get him out of that zone. Nah, that's why you gotta user the match coverage. You do the, like, sometimes you'll have to study film outside of Madden to understand where your assignments are. So if you don't know football, at least take like classes. There's coaches on YouTube that teach you how to play match coverage. You know, it's going to tell you all your reads, and it's going to tell you there's variable principles that are involved. Like your safety isn't just going to be responsible for that quarter. Safety's only responsible for that quarter if nothing's on that side of the field. And because of the match principles that are already involved in the game, what happens is usually if nothing goes to that side of the field, that quarter will just dumb out and not even play anything. He wouldn't pass it off. So he won't play his necessary depth, more or less.
To the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Mayfield.
Get him, KJ.
And he'll be hit as he releases.
That man, 2 for 11.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game,
See, doubles, you want to play them. Like, even though I run dime, doubles, you're going to run nickel. Same thing.
The guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have.
You're going to be on the 3-read side. Take the vertical. I hate how they do that. They slow your safety now. Couldn't get on him fast enough. I made the right read. I just couldn't get on him fast enough.
Austin Hooper, 44 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at.
Well, see, the thing is, like, they're not going to let AI play a perfect 3-read because you need user to be accountable for something, you know?
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Because, you know, 3-read, let's say you have a slant, vert, and a dig. There's no way in hell they're going to let an AI handle all 3 of those routes. You know, it's not going to happen. There's no way.
Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he can't find anywhere to
Man,
go.
Wally, you gave up on your block, bro. So he's just going to spam that.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. He's going to let this go.
Fuck out of here.
Well, if we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
The out, flat. Got 4 routes one side.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although.
Last thing you want to do is try to go for it there and then fuck up, and then he scores, and next thing you know, it's 2-possession game, 3-possession game, and he's going to have momentum. You don't want to do that. Just go ahead and punt it. Take these little time that we can.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27.
Shit.
A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Alright, same thing. Doubles.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Remember, 3 right side, tight end, running back, receiver.
At halftime, they went through some possible
Take the
changes. Well, those
post, take the post, comes over, take the deep post.
I think that now
Linebacker running with him. Ah!
Cleveland,
It was there. He was just a little bit faster.
Kareem Hunt, 58 yards.
Might have to shade over the top.
Able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I could have took the wheel with the safety. I could have.
McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make
That's what I mean, 3 reads. Sometimes you be on the right, sometimes you. I read it right.
the touchdown. Here's
I just didn't
McLaughlin
think
to kick off.
he would get behind my linebacker like that.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19. So
Also, gotta, you know,
should have opted for the touchdown.
be very perplexed because the game does have moments where, you know, you be blowing somebody out and then it becomes more difficult for you. I can't recall how many times that's just happened to me.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going
Playing with that D-line, though.
offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he's tackled a yard short of the mark.
It's actually like a slept on run. A lot of people don't know how to run that zone split. It's a zone, it may be going to one side, but you're not going that side. You're cutting back. Just like this. Assuming he gets blocked, you know, we would have had daylight behind that.
Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner.
It's usually very good versus blitzers too. He used it a lot in Madden 20 when everybody was spamming that one blitz from 3-3-5 where you hobble down to it.
Jet sweep, Carr bats it forward. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think
You
Johnson
know,
got there.
see what I mean? The game be trying to get difficult for no reason.
Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They go with Jacobs. And he is not going.
See what I mean? You'd be blowing someone out and then all of a sudden the game just be super challenging. So it's going to let them catch up. There's nothing I can really do. It's not really my, bro, it's not fixed. I'm just being real lucky right now.
This is Chubb.
Fuck out of here. Oh.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
There we go. I told you the game be changed. You remember Madden 12 where they had those difficulty sliders? That's what's happening. The game's retuning the difficulty rating because I was up on them 33-0. So I'm gonna have to run the ball, change up what I've been doing.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Y'all see what's happening.
Here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Probably just need you to go ahead and shoot a clock.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bro, I deleted everything. Like, everything, multiple times, reinitialize. Unplug the bitch for like 8 hours. You know, it's just a game, bro. It's time to upgrade.
Not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives. Yeah, they've got to find a way to get on.
This dude, see, this game is getting bullshit now. No way everything's being covered.
guys. Let's match the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right.
Why would you come? I told you. Why? Like, I playmakered him up, and he ran back. That's that shit this game be doing. Like, they don't like you blowing people out, so they're going to help the opponent as much as possible. I just got to let him eat the clock, man. This is one thing I hate about Regs. Like, you can't play a perfect game. He's got 2 minutes, so we just gonna go ahead and get the ball back and then just chew the clock, because I hate how EA does this shit. It's too obvious that they're doing it too.
Possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, here's Chubb again. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not playing the same as the game's allowing him to make. It's hard to explain, you know. It's bullshit, really.
They were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins.
You see what they did? I clicked off and then I clicked back on, and then I clicked off, and then the AI died at the ground. Yeah. So turn 2 clock on, make him use his timeout, get out of here with the win.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
That'd be great if he onsides it. We could just kick the field goal. We're good. Okay. Yeah. But you know how this game get. Like, when you get a big lead, the momentum start going to the team that's losing. And I don't like it. Wish they would get rid of it. It's whatever, right? Turn that bad boy on right there. I'm not about to give up a 33-point lead. Ain't no fucking way.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run.
Oh, let's see. Oh, he's got aggressive on. You might want to turn that off, bro.
Now Drake. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Second until it's prime time for a little bit of gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook.
That's how we got to do it, man. Just run the clock.
But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
I love when he keeps pinching in. He's opening that run lane. Every time he pinches in, took that last time out, game over.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout.
Just 2 more plays.
The clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Wish I had that user stumble recovery crap.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They run toss to the right with Drake. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's it, Drake.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it
good block.
For what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in
Game over.
The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take
Use that run game to go finish him off.
Giants ran it one more time, ball pop free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in
Take the win. Just win, baby. Do it like Jameis Winston. I eat that W. Oh, man. I don't know what the hell that man be doing. Oh, Jesus. That was about to be a nightmare game. And I seen it. Like, his quarterback, like 30% completion rating, bro. He was like at 11%. I don't know how. Like, yeah. And so, look, I didn't even really run until the fourth quarter, and I outperformed Chubb. We got more broke tackles. Yeah, them chicken fingers, whatever. I don't know what the hell that shit was. I'm gonna kind of go break down some of these. Like, I was in the right coverage, and sometimes, like, I'm gonna explain what the 2 read and the 3 read is. Like, I know he scored on it, but I mean, everybody was in the right position. You know, I just probably could have usured the wheel. See, what you're gonna do is you're going to let the AI play the 2 read. Okay, you got 2 receivers over here. The AI should always play the 2 read. Okay, don't worry about trying to user the 2 read side, because then you're gonna fuck up. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna leave the AI on the 3 read side, and you're gonna be you're gonna have problems. Okay, you're gonna start exploiting that safety. They're gonna throw like little hitch routes and corner routes to pull him away and free open the middle of the field for the other side to get through. You don't want to do that. Okay, so the 3 read, you're usually just gonna let this guy play up on him. All right, so if anything goes to the flat, if it's palms, he's gonna play down, and then the quarter flat's gonna play the number 1. Right, or the safety's gonna play him if it's deep. If the number 1 goes short, the quarter flat plays the short. If it goes deep, you're responsible for the post, vert, or anything like that. If they don't cross, I'm just gonna kind of go through here. You ran a short, stayed with him, and man. Okay, so my job, from what I seen, he went under with the tight end, and I was like, okay, I want to give him that, because he's gonna run right into the coverage. See how the AI responded to him coming down? See how the safety and the quarter flat seen him coming? So they're gonna be right there. He can get easy completions on it. Like, if he makes the right read quick enough, he'll get those little 4 or 5 yard completions. But the main thing is, you just don't want to really give up anything deep. So that's why I said you're gonna read this side. So as far as my user goes, I was reading him vertically. So as you can see, my user, I kind of stayed with him because I thought he was going to go vert. But as soon as I see him break off, there's no need for me to go to the other side, because why? There's only 2 receivers on this side. Okay? So I don't have to worry about anything. If he runs anything crossing underneath, my safety and my quarter flat on this side are going to handle it. Okay? See how he handles the drag? Now, had he not ran a drag, what would have happened is this linebacker in the quarter flat would have played the wheel, or he would have played 11. If I was in palms, then the corner would have probably played the wheel route. But I could have played that wheel route myself with the user. That's just one of the reads that you have to make. I kind of took myself a little bit out of position, but I did break up and try to bracket off on the post just in case. The linebacker was in position, like everything was defended. It's just at that moment I whiffed right there. That was my fault. I clicked on the user and whiffed him out of position. I could have picked that. I was in the right position. I had the inside leverage. It's just right there I got outside. That was the only reason. I probably could have got a pick if I stayed in. The ball really wasn't. He really wasn't beat. But other than that, remember, when you're playing the quarters palms, it's 3 read. You're reading that running back. You really want to read that tight end and running back if they're like clamped up or real tight. If they're spread, you're definitely reading the running back. See if he breaks out the backfield or anything like that. If he doesn't go deep, you have the option to kind of bail off on any post coming from the other side. And AI isn't going to necessarily do all those matriculations for you. So that's why I'm saying you have to user that 3 read side. Sometimes you'll be good at it. Sometimes you might be out of position. And it just takes practice and understanding what your opponent's trying to do and what they like. Once you figure out who they like, you can turn that 3 read into a 2 read, and then just use the 2 read, and then kind of bracket off if nothing goes deep. It's a lot of a science. It's basically taking what usering is and then just adding assignments to it. You know, instead of just trying to use the middle of the field like, you know, people have done years and years and years. They just want to be in the linebacker, and they just want to user everything in the middle of the field. Now, don't play like that. You'll have more assignments. You'll have the deep coverage assignments. You'll have flat coverage assignments. You'll occasionally read the middle of the field, but, you know, more often than not, just play your assignment. Understand the 2 read, 3 read concepts. And that's match coverage 101. It's just an easier way to understand it. 2 read and 3 read. Basically, 2 read is the 2 receiver side. 3 read is the 3 receiver side. That's pretty much all you do. Safety can defend any one of those, depending on how the route concepts develop. You won't be out of position.
No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders.
Only difference is palms and quarters. The safety and the quarter flat play a little bit different. But it's still the same principles, really.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
It's a solid bend, but don't break. I don't run it too much out of base personnel. I mean, you could, but why would you want to be too conservative with a base defense? My base defense on the field, I got a box stack. I'm coming. I'm going to send some blitzes. I'm going to try to keep everything out in front of me. I might play some man coverage in base if I can't get what I like out of the zone. Remember, man. Let's get this dog, guys. Try to, at least. I struggle a little bit against the Steelers. Steelers and Saints. They're probably like the 2 teams that I hate playing at, for real. Good D. Stay in front of him.
5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Like I said, I don't mind. He gets the little short stuff. As long as he doesn't get anything deep. As long as he doesn't gash me getting 20-yard runs and stuff like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Deep.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Kind of make adjustments as the game goes. See what I see something that likes.
Now it'll be 3rd down.
And just work with it.
Eluding the pressure. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Make adjustments.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They'll run. Here's Harris.
Bodies to the ball.
Down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Quite the opening drive.
That's why I hate playing these guys, man. It's like, that's all people want to do with them. They want to spam fucking Harris.
Through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So
good hit.
Everything has to be a little bit quicker.
Good hit.
Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
All right, so we're going to change it up. Number 3 read.
Want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
That was mine.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster.
He's in the right ear.
5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Wasn't expecting that.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement.
Man, I just took a whammy bar.
Portion of this 1st quarter already, and now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
Okay, so he's... Harris is annoying, guys. For not having an ability, he's annoying. But like I said, as long as he don't score fast, his game's ours in the bag. He can sit there and run all he wants because I know it's going to take more than that to beat me. Because you just did me a favor by eating clock. Because I know you can't score fast enough. So how much time we got? We got a whole quarter. I get ball at half.
Here's Smith to return it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around.
Sometimes you beat them, give them a dose of their own medicine, right? That's what I like to call it. So he wants to eat clock against me. Okay.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Carr flushed out right. Caught by Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license. lessons, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now it's the backup Mariota, forced out to his left.
Got him.
Open space inside the
Good play.
and take it into the end zone. Raider touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 23.
It's my little trick, bro, man. It's my little trick.
They're within an extra point of tying this
You
thing.
can do a lot of stuff out of there. Design quarterback runs. It's deadly.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for two. Carr will look to throw. And he'll get in. And
Shit.
they take an 8-7 lead. So they're able to throw.
It's like a money play, bro, man. It's like staple of my offense.
But they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be
Started
careful
adding
here
them
because if you do get it
to
into
my
some
offense
strength on the
recently.
defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open
Keep
target
people
and put
from
it right on him.
spamming defenses on me.
They're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Alright, we got to clamp up, fellas.
The Steeler offense here about ready for
Huh?
the next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now. And they want to
Good shit,
Yeah,
Hankins.
hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger.
No way that man's outrunning.
And he's going to have this down deep.
No way he's outrunning him.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Oh,
So
bullshit.
the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Go, keep hitting him. He's down. EA.
He'll get it down to the 7.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation,
Switch it up.
it's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on
Here we
1st
go.
and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
It might be on
Roethlisberger,
right there.
A 6-yard
On
touchdown
that
run. And the Steelers
shelf in the
are gonna
kitchen.
retake the lead.
Alright, so how much time do I got?
Extra point put through by
2 minutes. I got enough time to score. I get ball at
That makes this a
halftime. That's going to be
14-8 ball
where we're going to get our momentum shift. Go ahead, score right here.
Boswell now to kick it
16,
away after the
14 possibly.
touchdown.
Then score again on our drive on after half.
Here's Smith to return it. And he's going to be out
I
of
want to take
bounds.
no
Here's
chance
the
with a
run back.
fumble.
Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr now to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Flush to his right.
SBS.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Probably should just do it to the screen.
They're starting rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite
See the
how
body
big
clipping.
your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
There we go. Give him the fourth
He'll
and
just
final.
push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'll play the 2 read here.
Now Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Love my coverage roll.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the
incompletion 2 read and
on
bombs.
2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left.
Good deep.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jackson to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Here's Smith to return it, and he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little...
And the Steelers pressure too much here.
Try to throw it back and use the quarterback as a lead block.
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. To try again after the sack. Mariota. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play.
An algorithm
and they're
now.
going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Nah, when I say 2 receivers, like 2 read, you're reading 2 receivers. 3 read, you're reading 3 receivers.
To throw his Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. They got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the
Oh. He mad. Got cooked over there. I mean, you can play any one of those 3 receivers on that side with that safety. You still got to make the right read, you know. So a certain concept doesn't kill you, right? But where's the play? Where's the play? Where's the play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, we would have added 2. That was perfect.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
Screen to execution, bro. The screen offense. Messing people's minds and shit.
Line of scrimmage, they're 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After the sack on 1st down, Carr catch is made by Hunter.
Let me find out Renfrow got that clutch gene.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air.
Yes, bro.
Grab as well.
But a moot point.
I got a block, guys.
Able to connect. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Can't be whiffing on your blocks.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
Stop spamming.
Touchdown Las Vegas. Deshaun Jackson, 31 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it.
Got a linebacker, pass rusher, on a receiver. I'm going to take that read all day.
Almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
Next possession, folks.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
All right, clamp up, clamp up, clamp up. Go to 4-3. Get out of 3-4, 4-3 now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense,
somebody tackle this man. God damn.
Just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Good shit, Crosby.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And
play a lot of man, but versus this, I have to.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards left on 2nd down. play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
Good D.
And down he goes.
Very good D.
K.J. Wright gets it for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Boom! Got him again. Let's go.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. K.J. Wright.
All right, we on that formation now.
Second sack of the afternoon.
Every now and then, you got to bring that 4-3 under blitz after the ass. They're getting too comfortable.
The Steelers send out their punter now.
Once I feel out like man's kind of doing okay versus what he's doing, then I'll send my man blitz.
Here's Jackson.
Oh, I just have one guy. One guy to beat, bro.
27 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now Mariota.
Who's covering him?
Check down to Drake.
That's just as bad as a screen right there. That check release. It's basically running it to the other side pretty much. You want to start blitzing me? Okay.
Still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
It's complete to Drake.
What?
And he'll lose yardage here.
They just like flagging me, bro.
Too far downfield, something those lines.
That's my conclusion. They just like flagging me. Ain't no other way.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Fuck! I threw it the wrong guy. I had Renfrow. Fuck!
Safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Renfrow had his man cooked.
They're in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be
Oh shit, KJ. I see you making plays out there.
That you end up running yourself into an error.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Got him.
Can't escape, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns
I'm gonna take his money formation away from him with this shit.
second for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger.
Good shit, Merrick.
Saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Alright, so now we got a blitz for that shit. You want to come out and do that stupid scheme. I've seen people use that a lot, but I didn't really have a defense for it, but now we do.
It's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down.
Take it close.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run.
Right to the bracket.
Over the middle.
That out of here.
Inside 2 minutes remaining.
Love that max coverage, bro. The master of it.
The other way with the football. So it's Raider football as we get
It's all about knowing who you got to defend.
1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Carr to throw.
That's what happens when you play man coverage. You get that flat to me.
And he is out of bounds inside.
Especially when you're in formations like that. Man blitz. The guy that's playing the flat, he's on the other side of the field.
Yeah, get your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yep. Your safety on the other side of the field is responsible for him. You better get out of that. And then I'm just going to tell you with a flat routes all day.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw.
Safety on the other side of the field.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds.
You're not listening, bro. Like, stop spamming, because now I see this shit.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw is
And you're going to be too busy chasing him, and then you're going to give me that. Took your user out of position. You get so worried about something killing you, and then you try to user it, and then you get out of your assignment trying to chase shit. And then you just get hit with the comeback. Boom, go the other way with it. That's how you scheme.
Two-point conversion attempt here. Back to throw. Carr.
Playing soft squat on him. You're not far back. You're not back deep enough. 2 possession game, 10 point. Where we need to be. Just like I call it. Just like I called it.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17.
Huh. Now we just got to keep this lead, and you know how this game. It's like, fuck you, right? So you better not come out in that A slot no more. I know that. We got that on clamps. Here we go. Now you get to see this other defense we got. This trips.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave a great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events.
Bro, they better not give me for a late hit, bro. I didn't. That is bullshit.
Confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Roethlisberger.
I'll give him that. We'll take post.
Now in desperation.
So that's how you play that palms. Locked it up. You cannot run post corner routes, crossers. All that shit's clamped.
And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. They exited the pocket trying to improvise.
Can't believe people still get fucked up by crossing routes these days. Not me. Them shit's either pick or something. All right, you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that? That's one-on-one. 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 I'm going for them, baby. One-on-one. I'm going for them. I got the bigger man. This is Zay.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first.
One-on-one. You know I'm gonna go for them users, bro.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I just gotta find a play where I can get. What other options do I have? You know what? Ain't used my boy.
There have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to look to throw.
Chasing routes, big dummy.
Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
It's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3
That means he's going to have a bracket.
Now you can run anything.
So I need to flood one side of the field, cross with the other.
Now Carr.
There it is. Flood one side, cross with the other.
Receiver complete. And he takes it in from his score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top
like,
there.
bro, I know how to run match coverage and I also know how to cook it. The man started, see, I was cooking him with my match coverage. He's like, oh, I'm going to play match coverage. Not against me, you not. You really got to be on your shit when you play against me, because then I start seeing things, and then once I manipulate you and I see what you want to try to take away, oh boy, I'm gonna be dialed in on that second read before you can say touchdown. I'm gonna show you how this. I'm gonna go on. Hopefully there's the highlights. Like he thought he was doing. So look at that defense, bro. 27.2. Like, I don't think I've allowed a 50% completion rating all day. Look at his rating. That's defense. I mean, the only thing he had was Najee Harris, and then we clamped that down. Look at our guys, man. We got guys all over the place making catches. Spread the ball around. We're not a one-player offense. It's team friendly, team-oriented offense. And he did get those sacks, but we got 3 sacks of our own. We got a pick. I don't know if they got me any pass deflections. Let's go look and see some of these highlights. I'm going to show you how these match coverages work now. On the pick that I have, we'll start from there on the deep coverage. See, I like when they throw it deep. I'm still doing the same adjustments that I always do with my dime defense. I go ahead and slide to the left. I was going to try to spy. I don't think I had the time to do the spy, and then I went ahead and slid my linebacker to the 2-read side, so you can play, you know, that tight end to the running back a little bit better, as opposed to being more middle of the field. Obviously, he had to go defend that, but because he was rolling out. See, I probably could have played quarters against that. Kind of show you what's going on over here. See, if number 1 goes inside, usually they swap up their reads. So we got the bracket off over there. See, we played the 2-read side in palms because we knew a crosser was coming. So that's basically your 3rd read coming across the field. So you see how we got everything bracketed over there. He's got nothing. Things bracketed off, and then I went and chased the other offense. Now, kind of look at some other examples here. If I can find some. I think it's the same thing. So you play the middle of the field with his safety. Usually, sometimes I will, like formations 3-by-1. I will play the short side of the field. Only if the ISO receiver's inside the numbers. Now, if he's outside the numbers, then I'll go ahead and play the 3-read side. Okay, but because he's inside the numbers, I look at him as more of a threat. So I will play the 2-read side right over here. Running back picks up about a quarter flat, and notice he's not going to play his own. He's going to stay with that running back. He's matched up in me. Wherever that running back goes, he's going to stay with it. That's the beauty of it. If you play the right coverage versus what you're going up against, and then you know your assignment, like right here, I know I got to defend this post because he's going to be trying to cross. So I play the middle of the field, wait for the cross, and I stay with the cross on the bracket, which allows this corner, if he rolls out, kind of play down to the quarterback. So I played that perfectly. Everything was defended. Even try to throw it over here, bracket it off. Try to spam this fucking A slot shit. Usually all you just need just 4-3 under that cover 1 slant blitz. And basically you want to get into the backfield before, like routes like this have to develop. Like that running back coming out of the backfield, if you sit in zone and you're not getting to the quarterback fast enough, it's going to develop, he's going to get open, you're just going to get cooked. So you have to send some pressure after him, kind of disrupt the timing. Sometimes you just want to dive at him. See, I'm already in the backfield before he can get a cut or even a throw animation. See, he tries to throw it right there, we're already diving. So as soon as I found that, and I was getting in the run game with that shit too. Kind of find some, I don't know, like he just kept staying in it, bro. Like, you kept hitting him with it. Like I said, the running back route did get open, but everything's pretty much covered. Like, I don't spam man coverage, you know, but if they're running route concepts like that, it's fine, you know, as long as you can get back in the backfield. Do it again right here. Sitting there spamming the same shit. This time he did something different with the tight end, but we came in there disrupting. So all you gotta do is just disrupt. So that's how you man blitz. Find some more. No, he ain't had a ball in very long in the second quarter. I killed the clock in the second. But that's pretty much it, fellas. Boy had 5 tutty passes. I'm gonna probably call it for right now, and I'll be on probably later this evening. I don't know. Really just depends on the temp in the house, because you know, if it gets hot in here, you know, my PlayStation start overheating and shit, and I'd be fucking my hard drive up. So I will definitely catch y'all. Maybe might be before noon, but we'll see. Appreciate y'all tuning in as always, and like I said, man, July 16th, man, mark your calendars. It's going down. All right, catch y'all fellas later.